Okay, Linda, this is my video on how to take the handles off of the refrigerator. First off, when you look at the refrigerator up close, you'll see that these handles here come up and there's a seam right here. These pieces up here, these top pieces, they pop off. I used a fairly thin butter knife, and you slip underneath there, try not to scratch the paint. Get something real thin and pry it up. There'll be some little knobs or tips, if you will, that go into holes. There's a couple of them, and you just pop that piece off. So you pop both those top ones off, and you'll see the seam here by the handles, and then you come down here at the bottom, and then there's more seams. Well, these bottom ones also pop off the same way. There's a couple sets of those little tips and that pop in holes. So pop it off, and like I said, be really careful that you don't scratch your paint on the outside. If the paint gets a little scratched underneath, I don't think it's going to hurt anything. But anyway, I popped those off. Then once those are popped off, underneath here, these will be off, there's a metal tab up in here. And then you will need a Torx bit screwdriver, which is a star bit. It's got a star on the end. Your husband will know what that is. I'm not sure which size it was. I bought a set of 5 Craftsman out at Kmart. I think it was about the middle size. It may be the T20 or the next one up. But anyway, there's a screw on each handle at the top and bottom. Take those out. And then what I did was I got a really good scrub brush and some real hot water and some Dawn dishwashing liquid, and I scrubbed them really good, and then towel dried them, and then I set them out in the sun and let them really get good and dry. Then I also bought a can of Krylon Fusion for plastic, and I bought it in the gloss white. They do make satin, but I wanted the gloss because I thought it would maybe fill in the texture a little bit more and make them easier to clean. When you do, I picked this up at Walmart also. I believe it was about $5 a can or so. Be careful when you buy it because they do have an off-white, and the caps are pretty similar, so make sure you get the white if you have a white refrigerator. And then I actually took all the parts out in the garage after they were dry. The handles themselves, because they had that tab with the hole, I actually hung those from wire in the garage, and then these cap parts, I propped them up with some little pieces of dowel rod or square dowel rod, and I painted them. I gave them about 3 coats of paint, very lightly, you know, moving that paint can a lot, and I absolutely ended up with no runs, no hits, no errors, and they wipe clean and works great. And then when you're ready to, when they're all dry, and the paint dries really quick. I put them back on after 24 hours. They say you can put them on back after 8 hours. I waited 24. And then you screw the handles back on, put the screws back on. These pieces pop right back on, and you're back in business. So there you go, and makes your refrigerator look brand new. My next project is to possibly take the handles back off and remove this ice maker bezel because it's starting to get yellow, and maybe paint it. Good luck. Let me know if you have any problems.